Nick Collins, known as a ferocious hitter on the Bethune-Cookman football team, was a 3-year starter at free safety and the captain of one of the most successful teams in Wildcat history. Collins earned All-American and first-team All-MEAC honors in 2004 when he led the conference with 6 interceptions for the second straight year. In 2005, Collins was picked in the second round of the NFL draft by the Green Bay Packers. He earned 3 Pro Bowl appearances and returned an interception of a Ben Roethlisberger pass for a touchdown in the Packers' Super Bowl 45 victory over the Steelers. His NFL career was shortened due to a neck injury suffered in the second game of the 2011 season against Carolina. After retiring in 2014, Collins was inducted into the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame and the Bethune-Cookman Hall of Fame in 2016. He is known as one of the greatest athletes to ever lead a Bethune-Cookman football team. Today, Collins uses his experience and leadership coaching the West Orange Bobcats youth football team in Orlando, Florida. The MEAC recognizes Nick Collins as he is enshrined into the 2018 MEAC Hall of Fame.
Come on up, Nick. And presenting Nick is his wife, Mrs. Andrea Collins. Thank you. There you go, Nick. You play basketball too?
Just a little bit.
I figured you were trying to look like James Hardy.
With the beard, huh?
All right. 3-sport athlete in high school. You did play, in addition to football, you were quarterback, right?
Yeah, yes, I was.
Were you as good as Jay?
I don't know. You know, we ran the triple option, so
Okay.
not a lot of passing, but I was pretty decent.
You were in basketball. You also played baseball.
Yes.
Why did you settle on football?
I'd say due to my father introducing the game to me at an early age. But baseball was my passion. Before football came along in my hometown of Cross City, it was just baseball, baseball, baseball. But knowing my father, who was an awesome football player who passed away in 2009, he just introduced me to the game, made me work extra hard to be good at it. So, and I took it personally, and he always challenged me. And I would say that in Dixie County, where I'm from, he held the rushing record for 25 years, and I came along in 2000 and broke his record. So, like, the drive was just, he always pushed me. He was like, "You're not gonna break my record," and I was like, "Watch." So
there it is, huh?
The rest is history.
How'd you wind up at Bethune?
I think Bethune chose me. Like I said, I had family ties there. My father played at Bethune-Cookman, who was a quarterback there in the early 70s. But I think Bethune chose me. I thought I was one of those kids was going D1 and had it all together. But, you know, God had a different direction for me. And I think Bethune always was open to me and my family. And I just went there with the mindset of just going there and just trying to prove myself that I belong.
You played for Alvin Wyatt, and everybody who remembers Alvin Wyatt, he was a fashion plate on the sideline. In fact, back in the early 70s, I believe they went to the NCAAs. He was a women's basketball coach.
Right.
He wore a full-length mink coat, white, to the game, to the championship game. But let me ask you this about him. Now, after a big win, and I've done a lot of those games when the team would always try to give him a Gatorade bath, did he have an edict that says if he gets wet that you all wouldn't play anymore?
Yeah, he taking scholarships. That was his thing. He was like, if I get Gatorade on my nice suit, my linen suit, you losing your scholarship.
I knew, and you all tried.
Nah, we ain't. Hey, everybody was there to, play football. They wasn't like, I need my scholarship. I can't go back home. If I go back home without a scholarship, man,
It's all over, right?
It's over. Yeah.
Now, you're a Florida kid, played college in Florida. You go to the NFL, and where do you wind up? Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
The coldest place on earth. That's where the Ice Bowl was played.
Frozen tundra.
The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Yeah. Tell me about that. What was it like? What did you think when Green Bay drafted you?
Surprise. And my wife had something to do with that because she jinxed me.
Okay.
And said I was going to Green Bay. And sure enough, I went to Green Bay. But going up there, I was like shocked because it's just a small little town. And as I'm getting off the plane, get to the cab, and going to the stadium, you go through this neighborhood, and all of a sudden this big stadium come out of nowhere. You be like, okay, I guess this is where I'm playing. And but the fan base there and the community there is pretty awesome. It took a while for them to accept me because I come from a black college, small school, like this guy don't know how to play football. So I always, like I said, I had something to prove. I had a chip on my shoulder and show them that I belong. And but when I got just the feeling you get when you get to the stadium, all the legends, all the history you know about Green Bay Packers, and I was fortunate enough to play with some of the best athletes in the world. So I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity.
You suffered a severe neck injury in 2011. How scary was that for you?
Very scary. Probably one of the most scariest times of my life. Just, out there, being in this, trying to make a play, been in that position 1,000 times. And unfortunately, I guess that time was that time where I just had the neck injury, my neck snapped back and hit the ground, tried to get up. And I was like, hold up. I'm numb, and but I had belief that I was gonna be able to get up, walk again, play again, and all that. But I didn't play again. But I was able to leave that field, knowing I would still be able to walk around with my kids, be there for my wife and my family. So that was the blessing part of that situation.
As a defensive back, of course, rules in the National Football League or in professional sports or even collegiate sports are aimed at putting points on the board. Defensive backs don't want those points. Now the league is talking about making some changes on the pass interference rule. I'm sure as a defensive back, you're all in favor of it. They want to make it like the college where it's a 15-yard penalty as opposed to a spot foul where the interference penalty occurs. Your thought?
Right, I think that's how it should be. The pass interference.
I said that. You're a defensive back. That's why.
It shouldn't be a spot foul. It should be 15-yard penalty, line up, play another snap. But sometimes that's how the game in the NFL is won. But just because of a Hail Mary, pass interference, they spot the ball on the 2-yard line, and the other team score and wins the game. So I just think as a defensive guy, you had a disadvantage. And I understand the NFL is all about the excitement. A lot of fans want points on the board, but as a defensive guy, you like, we ain't trying to have that. Our job is to stop teams from getting points.
You have 5 kids, 4 boys, and all your boys' names start with the letter N. Why?
That's just something me and my wife came up with. All our initials is the same, NCC. We got Cardell, Cordell. What's the other one?
You're running out of it. I knew you were going to forget somewhere.
Chase and Chaz. Chaz, my bad, Chaz. And what else? Cordell?
You know you got to go home.
Yeah. It's too many NCCs. So.
Too many NCCs.
But
right.
Yeah, all our initials are the same.
Well, you're not, if you name them all, what was the boxer name? He named all his kids the same thing?
George. Yeah.
You named them all George, you wouldn't forget, right?
Nah, yeah. No.
Your last college game, what do you remember most about it?
My last college game, playing against FAM, going in, overtime. down by, I want to say 20-some points, going into the fourth quarter. Had to make a comeback to try to win the game. We was able to do it, and I was able to make a game-changing interception in that game as well, play in that game as well. And the rest is history. I think that was the most exciting game I ever been a part of, because you had this rivalry. Both teams is out there trying to prove who's the best team in Florida, black college team in Florida, and we was able to walk away with that victory.
What does it mean to be in the MEAC Hall of Fame?
This is huge. This is huge. I think just here to represent the black college, and that I'm black as well. It have nothing to do with any race, and it's just represent black success. I think that's the most important. You know, we can go anywhere and be successful. We just got to believe in it, trust it, and trust the process, and the rest is history.
All right, Nick Collins, congratulations. 2018 Hall of Fame. Appreciate it.